What's up, guys? It's Gerald here, back at it again with another video. I just wanted to drop by, go over the technicals of PayPal, a little bit on the fundamentals, but I have PayPal here pulled up on the daily time frame here. We're approaching very oversold RSIs, really keen into looking to add into my position here. As we are currently sitting at, stock is trading at around 56.58 right now. I'm seeing many different things with the stock here. I'm seeing RSI divergences, right? So if I'm pulling up the RSI from the low of November 20 here all the way into present day. And then I want to compare that to the RSI here. That's going to leave me with an RSI divergence, right? What does that divergence mean? Ultimately, sellers are weakening, buyers are stepping in, or buyers are likely going to overcome the sellers here. So I'm expecting a potential reversal in the coming future as we approach major demand, right? So why are we at major demand now? We're essentially sitting at a double bottom here, right? So the last time we were this oversold, the stock jumped up all the way up into $79, right? Same thing into these areas. Stock was this oversold towards around 28 RSI, jumped all the way to 63.8. If it just gets into 63.8, that leaves upside of about 12% from these valuations here. Of course, there are resistances around the 50 simple moving averages that it needs to overcome. But if I'm comparing that with the fundamentals in terms of the intrinsic value, the DCF levels that are drawn out for this or that are projected for this company, it leaves meaningful upside, right? Intrinsic value is about $97. I think a lot of Wall Street analysts has it sitting roughly around 75. We have highs of even like $90, $100 from some Wall Street analysts. Of course, we've had some downgrades with recent price action. But ultimately, that's what these Wall Street analysts do, right? When price action takes a fall, they lower their price targets, they get extremely bearish. It's nothing that I would focus too much on in terms of figuring out what the inherent value of a company is, right? Of course, it's going to deter or it's going to bring down the sentiment of the stock and ultimately bring down the stock. But ultimately, that is an opportunity for us as value investors here. So looking at the huge areas of demand here, just looking at over here, we are in very huge area of demand here. On the daily time frame here. Last time we got this oversold, we had a big jump here, jump, 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 and jump, right? So it's a multi-year major demand for the stock here. I don't expect much further downside for this stock here. Of course, there is a potential drop towards the 55s, but extremely limited considering how oversold we are on the daily time frame, the RSI divergence that showed up, and not only that, the weekly time frame. If I'm pulling up the stock on the weekly time frame, once again, major demand that we're currently sitting on. Same thing. We are RSI divergence on the weekly time frame here. If I pull this out over here, we are getting a weekly divergence as well. And RSI is getting really oversold towards 32.48. So given all this, I expect an imminent movement for PayPal to the upside, right? I'm not going to say it's going to happen tomorrow or the next week, but the signs are there, right? Especially now we're sitting in areas of demand. And ultimately right now it's more of a waiting game. I have my averages higher than current valuations. But yeah, it's a waiting game for now. This is why no one can time the bottom, right? It's why we layer in our buys and we remain patient as value investors, right? One thing we do know is fundamentals will always prevail. This company is with a new management that has reinvigorated profit for this company. Intrinsic value is sitting really well. Guidance is improved, even though there was some caution by the CFO recently. But overall, all the numbers are essentially going in the right direction, which is what I like to see. Very limited downside for this company in my eyes here, considering price action as well as the fundamentals here. So that's my little tidbit on PayPal stock. If you guys have any other stocks you want me to visit on the technicals or even fundamentals, shoot them down below. As always, you guys can hit the subscribe button. It's going to help a lot. We are pushing for 10,000 subscribers for this year. So hit that subscribe button and I'll see you guys in the next video.